Hi, my name is Chef Cody, and welcome to Catch the Spirit. We're here at Temecula Hills Winery in beautiful Old Town Temecula, and we're going to be doing some very, very interesting things today. We're going to start by doing a beautiful steak Diane. We've got some finger-link potatoes over here. We've got some beautiful florets that we're going to be working with, making a really nice demi-glace. And we're going to be serving that with Temecula Hills compilation, which is a very interesting wine. And when Valerie comes up a little bit later, we're going to let her tell you guys all about this beautiful wine that they make here at Temecula Hills. And then we're doing, and I know this is going to sound really freaky, but you guys just trust me on this. We're doing a homemade sorbet made with tangerines. And don't ask me where I got tangerines in California in the middle of the summer. Hey, we just do stuff like that. Well, anyway, this is really interesting because we're going to be serving it with this beautiful late harvest Viognier, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy that. And if anybody out in TV land wants to try this recipe, you're going to be really pleased when you finish it. And also, we're going to be garnishing it with a couple interesting things. Temecula Hills is known for their oils and their vinegars. They do a lot of interesting homemade oils. They do their own presses and stuff like that. Basically an olive oil base. Today, we're working with this extra virgin Napa Orange. This is going to be really tasty. And we're going to just drizzle this along with a little bit of apple vinegar, or balsamic vinegar, apple balsamic vinegar over the sorbet. But, and then we're doing a chocolate mousse cheesecake. And with the chocolate mousse cheesecake, and I know that sounds crazy because it sounds like one of those run-on sentences. Mousse cheesecake, chocolate mousse cheesecake. But it actually, what it is it's 3 layers. You got the crust, which is graham cracker crust with a little bit of some crazy stuff in it. I don't know what I did with it. And then we're going to, it's got a layer of chocolate cheesecake. And then it's got a layer of chocolate mousse. So if you really want death by chocolate, we got it for you today. And we're going to be serving that with an interesting port. And I know you're thinking port wine, chocolate, you're going to love it. We're going to go ahead and get started real quick. Now, in order to do the steak Diane, we're going to start with, it looks like a lot of butter, but it really isn't. What butter? Ooh, I like that. I like people that love butter. Okay, now we've got some garlic here. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop this garlic real quick. Anybody who's seen the show before knows that I always pop the garlic. What I mean by that is I just take the knife, pop it like that. And we're gonna go ahead and do a quick chop. Rosalind, can you hand me the shallots that are over there? Then I've got a shallot, whole shallot here, which is like a baby red onion. It's not really, but that's, I don't know. It's an onion. It's in the onion family. And then we're just going to do a quick chop on that way, then that way. And then we're going to take a little bit of olive oil. And everybody says don't show the containers, but hey, this is extra virgin, this is the best. So I like to show people that I'm working with the best. So there we go. And Rosalind, can I get the cracked black pepper, please? Thank you. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the garlic and the shallots, and we're going to get those going. Now what I'm basically starting is a steak Diane sauce. A lot of people don't know this, but steak Diane was one of the first major French dishes served in America on a regular basis. And not only that, it's just to die for, quite frankly. This is probably one of my favorite dishes in the world. And we're going to salt both sides. Diane is actually just the name of the sauce. I don't know who Diane might be personally, but hey, if she came up with this, I love her. Salt and pepper both sides. As you can see, we've got the shallots and the garlic just roasting just nicely, about to get a little toasty. And then we're going to go ahead and finish with a little bit of Dijon. And we're gonna go crazy if I can get this Dijon open today. Okay, come on. See, that's why you always want the audience close to you. That way they can help you open things. Okay, I got a little bit of rosemary here. All right. What's your name over there?
I'm Spartacus.
Spartacus, my professional bottle opener and jars. Anyway, okay. So we're gonna go ahead real quick. We're gonna add a little bit of rosemary, fresh, and we're gonna add a little bit of thyme. Now I'm using dried thyme for a reason. I couldn't find any fresh thyme in the stores, so that's my reason for using dried. Now, as you can see, I like to let these brown a lot, okay? I've got some people sitting back there, okay? You guys are gonna cut that out, right?
Look at me.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, now, we've got the steak Diane going beautifully in the pan. Now, if nothing else hits me on the head today, we'll be all right. Now, what the goal is to get this nice and brown and get those caramelized onions and everything going in there. And I'm gonna grab a little plate. Now, you brown it on both sides nicely. Okay, like so. Now, anybody out in TV land that would like to come out to one of the wineries and try some of this food, hey, just go to my website, www.manhattancateringllc.com, sign up, send us an email, and hey, you never know, we might just bring you along with us. Then we've got some demi-glace here.
Smells so good.
And you just let that go like that. Let that cook down a little bit, and then we're gonna add a little bit of wine to that. Now, in the other pan over here, we're gonna really have some fun. A little bit of olive oil. We've got some finger-length potatoes here. Got a little bit of butter. And we've got these beautiful florets. Rosalind made these earlier today. I don't know how she did it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use them. And I've got a turned mushroom. Rosalind did that too. She's so talented. And we got some baby carrots here. I'm gonna go ahead and put those in. Then we're just gonna salt and pepper real quick. Now everything's pretty much blanched over on here. So we're just gonna toss it around a little bit, get that salt and pepper in there, get everything cooking nice and easy. Now the Diane sauce is getting close. The secret to the Diane, a lot of people say you gotta have brandy in your steak Diane. That's not true. This wine, you won't need any brandy, I promise you. And you just let that go like so. A little more? A little more. Got to do what the clients want. And then we're going to just stir that like this. And let that go. I'm going to give that a quick taste.
Yeah.
Woo! Here, I'll let you taste it since you asked.
Ooh. Oh, yum.
Now, a lot of times I would add just a dash of cream, and I actually did put cream in the recipe, but I don't want to do that today. You see, that's one of the things about Catch the Spirit. There's two reasons we call it Catch the Spirit. One, because I always change the recipes based on how I like things. And two, because I always change the recipes based on how I like things. But anyway, we're just going to let this go to a beautiful medium rare, and then we're going to go from there. Now, the vegetables are coming along beautifully, and I think I have some beautiful plates below here. Here we go. And we changed our plates too. Anybody that's used to those white plates, we got rid of them. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take these beautiful mushrooms. We're going to sit that there. We've got some gorgeous finger-length potatoes. We're just going to line those like this.
Ooh.
Then we've got these beautiful florets.
Yeah.
Rosalind, you got to teach me how to do these florets someday. And we're just going to mix that up like that. Then we're just going to do an X, marks the spot, with the carrots. Now, the steak is a perfect medium rare. How do I know? I don't know. I actually tried it earlier when the cameras were off. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, it is a perfect medium rare. Then we're just going to sauce over the top like that. Let me turn this one off. And we're going to get a little bit of rosemary. And just a little bit of garni with the rosemary just to finish. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call Steak Diane.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to invite Valerie. She's going to come up and try this beautiful Steak Diane and tell us about these beautiful wines that we have here. And while we're doing this, we're also going to bring up the sorbet and do a quick dish on that. Okay,
Boy,
Valerie,
that looks good.
you have to tell me honestly what you think about this Steak Diane.
Okay.
And I'm going to get some of your wine.
Smells great.
I'm going to have a glass with you, by the way.
All righty. Okay, you ready? Wow. That is really good.
Now you got to try the vegetables too. Now the vegetables are what makes this dish what it truly is. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way.
It looks too pretty to eat.
Oh, if you would have known how many times I dropped that steak on the ground.
That little texture.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's really good.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Excellent. Great sauce.
Here, let me try it.
All right.
Did you try it with the wine?
I have not tried it with the wine.
Well, how do you know it's good then? You gotta have it with
And
the
this
wine.
compilations is Cabernet, Cabernet Franc, Merlot, Petit Verdot, and Malbec, all into that one bottle.
Oh, so that's what you mean by compilation.
That's exactly what we
You
need.
see, that's why I was having trouble with it. I was thinking that it might be just one grape. You know? God, that's good.
It is.
You know, when I tried it, I thought it was just a really nice Merlot wine. I mean, grape. But I was surprised to hear that there's so many different wines in it. That's why I came up with the Steak Diane to pair with it.
And it's great because all the spices in there just go really well with the spices in the wine.
Well,
Very good.
I am very happy. I was really surprised, but
I can hardly wait to finish a plate of that.
you're gonna get 2 plates because we're gonna pass this on to someone else.
Alrighty.
Anybody hungry?
Hungry.
Now, I've got some chiffonade Michelin greens here that we're going to be working with, and I'm just going to put a little bit down. Then we need a little bit of the sorbet. And here's the sorbet, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, that looks good.
And it's nice and fresh. I just got to mix it a little bit, so I'm just going to take this spatula and do a quick mix on it. We got to get this back in the freezer. This is for everybody in the audience a little bit later. Now, we're just going to take a scoop of the sorbet, like so. If I can get it off the spatula.
That looks pretty.
There you go. I'm going to be mixing this beautiful Napa orange extra virgin olive oil and the apple cider vinegar.
Wow.
Now we're going to do a 50-50 on that. And you guys are in for a major treat. Now, I think these are the only places you can get these combinations. Now, we're going to shake that up a little bit. Doesn't need any salt, doesn't need any pepper. Then we're just going to take it and we're just going to do a very light drizzle. And then we're just going to go ahead and let Valerie try that.
Wow.
I'm going to try that one with you too because I can't wait to taste that one.
What kind of greens are these again?
It's just a mixture of baby greens.
Wow.
Now this is a salad for kings.
That's so light and fluffy.
You've got the tangerine sorbet, you've got some baby greens here, and you've got the drizzle of vinegar and oil. This is just to die for. I gotta try this.
Those two oils and vinegars work really well together.
Let me pour you a little bit of late harvest and then give that another sample.
Yeah, make sure it's not the oil and vinegar mix.
Oh, it's not.
Okay.
Actually, I wouldn't mind having a glass of that myself.
Okay.
And try it along with the late harvest.
Yay or nay?
Wow.
Now what you're
That's good.
gonna find is that combination. You've got the citrus of the wine and the sorbet just brings out that wine citrus. It's just to die for.
That's really good pairing.
I'm gonna pass this over to somebody else.
You got a volunteer?
Please do.
Okay.
Does the wine come with it?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
We share. Alcohol kills yours.
Okay. Now,
Ooh.
the next thing we're going to sample.
Oh my.
Now, if you have a sweet tooth, stay away from this. This is going to kill somebody someday. Like I said, this is truly death by chocolate. I'm going to cut this, and then I'm going to pass this whole thing to somebody. Who wants it? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, now, we're just going to do a quick slice.
Because it says right here 3
Whoa.
pounds of sugar.
Whoa.
Okay,
That baby.
Wow.
now we've got a little port, and then we've got this.
A little board?
Yeah, that's just a little. Then we've got this beautiful chocolate cheesecake, chocolate mousse with some nuts on top and a little bit of white chocolate and dark chocolate mixture. And then this crazy little crust that I'm not going to tell you what's in the crust. Okay, now you get to. If this kills you, I apologize.
Okay. I'll die happy.
Now you got to try it with the port. You're not going to believe this combination. I wish I could have done all these recipes here today for you guys, but unfortunately
Wow.
that wasn't possible. Some of this stuff takes a
That's
little while.
great. Really nice with the port. It's not as sweet as you would think it is looking at it until you taste it with the port, and then it
Exactly.
balances it
That's
all
why
out.
I'm saying it's sugar-free. Now, actually, if you look at the recipe, you'll find that it's very little sugar actually in this dish. The whole point is we want to bring out the natural flavor of the cocoa with the chocolate and stuff like that, and with the port. It's just a fantastic combination.
That's great.
Valerie, tell us a little bit more about what you guys are doing with this lovely location here, because, I mean, we're at the tasting room in Old Town Temecula, and I don't think, this place isn't even on your website.
Well, we're working on it. We've only been open about 4 months here, and with our partners, Mike and Mindy, and Kathy, my sister-in-law. Mike and Mindy have their Via di Calabro line of wines. We have our Temecula Hills wines. They have the olive oils and vinegars that Mike makes, and it's a great blending of all of us down here in this house built in 1927. It's just got a warmth to it that drew us all here. And we're actually a legal winery now, an O2 winery. We actually are making wine here.
Really?
So I think, I believe we're the only legal winery here in Old Town.
And if you want to know more about Temecula Hills Winery in Great Old Town Temecula, tell them about your website.
Our website is www.temeculahillswinery.com. And it's got all our contact information. You can email us with questions if you want parties or just coming down for tasting.
And also, if you'd like the recipes from today's show, go to www.manhattancateringllc.com. I keep forgetting to tell people to click on the Catch the Spirit page. It's the name of the show, click there. And Valerie, thank you very much for having us here.
Thanks a lot.